Hi. Okay, welcome to the latest edition of Ragic Office Hour. And let's get started by doing a recap on our latest feature. And the latest feature that we're going to introduce this today is really new. That's just online for like less than 24 hours. So it's our all new Ragic AI feature. So that um, for all your accounts, you can see that now you have an AI button at the top right of your screen. And at any time you can click on the AI button and there will be a chat window where you can ask question about like how to do this design in Ragic, or I want to do this, can you tell me how to do that? And and for when asking a question is pretty basic. It's basically like asking like ChatGPT, but it will be based on the Ragic knowledge base. So when the bot is answering your question, it has access to all the Ragic knowledge base to answer your questions from, including all the documents and all the course information. So it may take advantage of any Ragic documentation or course information that we provide him and answer your question. And that's pretty easy. So I'm not gonna elaborate too much on that, and you can try it out. But what's really special about the Ragic AI function that we just introduced, that we're really excited about, is that the Ragic AI can actually create a full application for you. So, for example, first of all, if you want to design a sheet, and a lot of new users to Ragic, they don't know how to get started. They might have some idea on how to do this, but they just don't know how to get started. So Ragic AI can make this so much easier. So let's click on this sample. Like maybe you tell Ragic AI to create a CRM for a construction company. So it's gonna actually create the sheet for you before your eyes. So that first of all, it's gonna create a basic scaffold, a structure for your application that you can edit from this. And by doing it in front of you, you will be able to understand that, oh, this is how to design a Ragic application. So like you can see, because today the generative AI has a lot of what we call common sense. So it understands what a CRM is. It understands what a construction company does, and it also has access to all the Ragic knowledge database. So when we put them all together, it's going to be able to design all sorts of Ragic applications for you. Even what we just witnessed, from scratch. And what's even more interesting is that it can not only create an application from scratch like this, and what we can also do is like it can also make edits to an application that you already have. Let's say we want to edit an application that we have. Let's say asset management. Okay. So we go to asset management and we go to design mode. And let's say we want to create a different version of asset management. We want to translate all the field names to, let's say, German. Okay, so we can ask Ragic AI to come here, and we just say, please translate all the field names to German. Okay, and we say, no, please transfer all the field names to German, and it's gonna do exactly this and go through all your fields and translate them. There we go. So you see, it's starting to do all the translations into German. Well, unfortunately, I don't understand German, so I'm not exactly sure if it's the perfect translation, but it will be at least as good as when you ask ChatGPT to do the translation for you. So it's kind of a pretty neat function that helps you with a lot of tedious and design mode things. And you could do all sorts of things on your sheet, and we currently we cannot guarantee that everything it will work, but you can try. And let's say we want to make all the fields read only. So we say make all fields read only. So if it works, it's gonna help you making all those fields read-only. So it's gonna go in there and make them read-only. I hope. Oops. Let me try again. Let me try again. I'm not seeing it making a read-only, but sometimes when it's, yeah, this one didn't work. But sometimes if it doesn't work, let's try again. With generative AI, sometimes it's just a little bit less predictable. So, but you can always try again or go back to a previous version. Make asset information, make fields in asset information section read only. Let's say if we can do this. And this is just, oh, right, now this is working now. Yeah, notice that this is a new feature that we just introduced, and we would like all of you to, if you see this demo, and feel free to try it out in your own database and let us know your feedback. And if you would like it to do something in your database for you, like with database design, and currently you can't seem to get it to work, don't worry, just let us know and we'll see if we can get them to work that way. So we will be slowly adding more and more functionalities in the design mode so that the Ragic AI can actually do that for you. And we don't have all of them 100% from day one, but we do have quite a few functions that the bot can already do for you. And if you have anything that you think would be really useful for us, just use the need help link and to let us know, and we'll try to put them in our Ragic AI pipeline and have our Ragic AI support as many things as possible, making Ragic sheet design as simple and easy as possible. All right. And let's not save this. All right. Okay, so this is the recap that we have for today, and this is the really latest function that we just introduced this week. All right, and let's go back to our questions. Okay, first question. Subtable filter for custom print report. All right, am I missing something here? Did I miss a step or something? Only all subtable data can be printed. I can't seem to print filter subtable data. That's true, and also custom print report is also a relatively new feature, so it has not support the subtable filters yet, and it is in our release schedule so that we will be supporting subtable filters fairly soon, just like we support them on the mail merge. So currently, no, it's not supported yet, but it will be supported in the near future. All right. Okay. And it's already in our pipeline. Next question. How can we have a subtable that uses data from previous rows? The need is to have a default value for a field, let's say A8, that every time the new line is created, it reads last B8. The last function is to read the last subtable value from outside of the subtable. So if you put last in a subtable, it's not going to work. So, and right now we don't really have a way for you to retrieve the previous row inside of a subtable. So, and I do know that we also have something planned that we add this type of formula to support retrieving data from the previous row. But of course, the reason we don't have this type of formula yet is that it kind of breaks the overall architecture of our formulas. So generally, when the formula inside of a subtable refers to other fields, it can only refers to other fields in the same subtable, and the value it refers to will be on the same row. So that's kind of the basic idea of Ragic formulas working on the subtable level. And when you're outside of the subtable, and when you refer to fields in the subtable, it's going to be a summation of all the rows, of all the subtable rows. So that's the basic idea of Ragic formula, and this kind of breaks the basic structure of that what I just mentioned. But technically, it's still doable. It will just take more time and more architectural change to support. We don't have a good way to retrieve the value for a field from a previous subtable. Something we know that's same planning us for the future. All right. Okay, next question. Progress bar. I really love our current progress bar, but I like to smooth it out a bit. Right now, the color shows up as a block and it feels a bit rough. It might seem like a small detail, but could you teach me how to adjust it? Not sure if it requires coding or if I just can't find where to set it up in the interface. I think you're referring to the progress bar in the percentage fields. I love for it to have rounded edges to make the whole sheet feel less strict. Okay, it sounds like more of a aesthetic suggestion. So let's take a look. So maybe we can add a percentage field. I know that if you want to add a progress bar, it's usually on the percentage field. Okay, that's just progress and a percentage right here. So this is how you do a progress bar inside the field. You could just set a background progress bar in the percentage field. So you could set it here so that when it's 25%, it's 0 to 25%, it's going to show this color. When it's 25% to 50%, show this color, and so on. So say OK, show background color. When we exit and create a new record, let's say, this really doesn't matter. So let's say 20%. And it's going to look like this. If it's like 50%, it's going to look like this. And okay, so I guess what you're referring to is you would like to have a more rounded edge for this progress bar. Okay, yeah, for now, I don't think there's a way to customize how the progress bar looks, but it does make sense to kind of round it up a little bit to make it more, without these sharp edges. I do understand nowadays most of the UIs, they really don't have any sharp edges. Like, if you notice, like these, we also make them with rounded edges. So yeah, I'll talk to our designer and see if that's something we can do. Maybe we can make it a default, more aesthetically more pleasing UI, or if everybody needs a different design, we might make it a choice for people to choose between different types of design. Okay, I'll discuss this with our design team. All right, thank you for your suggestion. Thank you for your suggestion. Okay, next question. How do I create different currencies for different orders? In order details, when I enter the price in the subtable, it has only the money option. This is a problem for me. Oh, you're referring to the number formatting. Okay, so you're from Israel. So what's the currency symbol for Israel? I think you could just change that. Israel currency symbol. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, let's say if you want to use the currency symbol for, what's that called? Shekel. Shekel. Okay, shekel. You learn something every day. And you could do something like this, like the amount. And you could either go to money, but it's not necessary. You can choose that it's money, and it's gonna have this currency symbol. You could just paste your currency symbol here, okay? And just save it. And if you enter an amount, it will be in your currency symbol. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you. So the the number formatting is actually pretty free formatted, so you can actually change this to any money symbol that you would like it to have, as long as you know what symbol you want. So you could just change it. And these are not really the only options you have. These are more like templates, like samples, and you can change it to any valid formats, number formats that you would like to have. Okay, and so you can go to the number formatting and change the format of, I think by default it's like this, to this. And it will be displayed in any currency symbol you would like to have. All right. So I hope this is helpful for you. Okay, and that's it for all the questions that we have for today. And thank you for joining in to Ragic Office Hour. If you have any other questions, feel free to use the Office Hour question form to ask your questions, and I will be answering your questions in 2 weeks. All right, and thank you, and take care. Bye. And remember to try out the Ragic AI function, and let us know what you think.